Dear men of the alt-right, I am recording this because of what I have seen lately in not just the Daily Stormer but various alt-right forums. I'm prompted to make this video because of the personal attacks I have seen upon my friend Veronica Avalion, as you may know her, and my friend Sinead as well, not just criticizing them for a ideological point you disagree with, but going for the low blows, insulting their looks. So I'm prompted to make this because I just wanted to tell you that you have nobody to blame but yourselves for this. For you have done everything you can to alienate women and isolate women from your movement. You've done everything you can, and you cannot sit there and say that it has been a lack of trying on women's effort, because I was alt-right for years. I was absolutely alt-right for years. I attended alt-right conferences. I was on Twitter for a while, and eventually the woman hatred forced me off, and it shocked me very much because this woman hatred was coming from men that were supposed to be my white brethren. It was coming from men that was supposed to be my white kin. It was coming from men that was supposed to be my white brothers. And I saw nothing but hatred against white women, and it concerned me very much. And I'm just here to tell you that you have nobody to blame but yourselves for this. You complain about the lack of women in your movement, and you wonder why. Like Sinead has said, you wonder why there's no women that join your movement. And the ones that do are only doing it for either attention or they're self-hating. Let me tell you something. I am no feminist cat lady. I am no feminist hag. I'm 21 years old. I just turned 21 today. And I have been a white nationalist for years, since I was 18, to be exact. And this white woman hatred, it's not white. It's Semitic, and it's coming from a place of Semitic mind poison, which unfortunately a lot of you men and women, I guess a lot of you people, have fallen for, and you don't even see it because you lack the self-awareness to see it. You want to know why women aren't joining your movement is because, have you seen what you alt-right men are saying? You say the constant talk of taking away women's political and social voices, constant talk of not educating women, barring women from higher education, and barring them from going into fields that have always been female dominated, like healing and teaching. You talk about marrying off little girls, 12-year-old little girls, to 30-year-old men to be impregnated by the time they're 14. Do you know how fucking sick and pedophilic that is? Do you know how Semitic that is? And worst of all is that you all are so engaged in your mental masturbation, you don't even see that what you're doing is you're hurting your own movement. You're driving women off. The constant talk of chaining women to a stove and to a bed, of using violence against women that dare get uppity with their husbands. What the fuck is wrong with you men? What is wrong with you? Do you not have sisters? Do you not have mothers? You would want to see your mother denied access to an education. Are you serious? Are you serious? You can call me a feminist all you want, just like you've called Sinead a feminist. It'll be a cold day in hell before you alt-right men take away my rights to an education. I'm sorry. I'm very traditional. Once I find a husband, I'm going to stay home and raise my children and build a beautiful home and homeschool my children. But it's not going to be with a man who has a mindset of, if you don't make me a sandwich, bitch, I'm going to punch you. What is wrong with you? Seriously. Ask yourselves, and you know what? In the comments I see Sinead's stealing pro-white girls from our movement. Sinead is brainwashing them with feminism. Sinead is doing all this, all that, all that. Are you hearing yourselves talk? You're so convinced, you're so logical, that in actuality, in this pursuit to be super logical, you're actually coming across as very illogical. Sinead, you've made this Sinead out to be this feminist boogeyman. You know, Sinead did not steal any girls from the movement. I told you, I was alt-right for years. what forced me to go turn to Sinead was your own words, your own actions, and man up and take fucking responsibility and stand behind your words. Seriously, don't go, oh, I didn't mean it like that. You took it out of context. You damn well know what you meant. You damn well knew. Come on. Be a man. Stand behind your fucking words. Seriously. And I've seen, Sinead's their feminist ringleader to steal pro-white girls into a feminist heathen cult. That is, number one, that is absolutely preposterous. And number two, that is just so retarded. Oh my god. I told you I was alt-right for years. I got in contact with Sinead recently because this crazy Semitic woman hatred against your own women, it concerned me so much. The talk of marrying off little girls, the talk of barring women from education, the talk of, keeping women chained to a kitchen stove or beating women. You don't understand, number one, how Jewish that sounds, but how insane that sounds. Oh my gosh, and that's why I reached out to her. You have nobody to blame but yourselves. How dare you stand there and say, oh, it's Sinead's fault that no women are joining the alt-right. No, you fucking morons. It's not Sinead's fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. You have done nothing but belittle, demean, degrade, and do everything you can to isolate women from your joke of a movement. And that's what you've done, and you damn well know you've done it. And instead of admitting to it, and looking at yourselves, and taking some self-reflection and saying, I did this, what can I do to become better? What can I do to make this movement better? Instead, you sit around on your fucking forums all day, posting Pepe memes, and making up hashtags repeal the 19th. It is a fucking joke. Meanwhile, young white women like me are being scared from your movement. Just know that. And you ran off Sinead. And these are women that have done amazing propaganda. Most of you men are too pussy to show your real faces, so you hide behind Pepe avatars. Veronica has went on a global news network to talk about her views to a hostile environment. Sinead has put out how many documentaries and amazing propaganda. These are all women that have so much. Allison as well. She has Deplorable Princess. She has put out amazing videos as well. I don't understand. These women have so much more to lose too. These women have families, and they're still brave enough to put propaganda out there to help their people. Yet you're telling them they should get back in the kitchen. They should shut their mouths. What is wrong with you? Even myself, I make propaganda. So we have no place in this movement. That's what you're saying. We shouldn't want to help our people. We should get back in the kitchen while the world is burning around us. I'm just speechless. I'm speechless. How? I don't even have words anymore. You don't even understand how insane it sounds. And the thing is, though, you lack the self-awareness to even see that it is you that is running off women from this movement. And you can argue about this all you want. You are not going to have a successful movement without women. You can try and say, you can try and mentally masturbate and bring up that Arthur Schopenhauer and Socrates and Aristotle, and you can bring all these philosophers up and say, well, women, this and this and this, they're giant children, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, we've heard it all before. It got old. It got old. Just like the whole, you guys always argue, whites, calling whites racist lost its effect. Yeah, telling women make me a sandwich and get back in the kitchen. Sorry to break it to you, bubbas, but that lost its effect as well. So, you want to bring up all these men and mentally masturbate about how women are useless in a movement. They only bring it down. The point is, you're not going to have a pro-white movement without women. I'm sorry. I am just sorry. That's how it is. Women build homes. And thus, because they build homes, the home in the white family is the corner of Western civilization. Good luck having a successful pro-white movement where women aren't included. Like, are you serious? Women have white babies. They pass on the white culture to the next generation of children. They have homes. Essentially, they are the backbone of Western civilization. So, that's just how it is. You want to stand there and argue and mentally masturbate and say shit like, women are children, women are domesticated animals, all this disgusting Semitic shit. That's fine. Whatever, really. But the point is, you're not going to have a successful movement without women. That's just how it is. And the point is, you had an opportunity to make a bond with white women. The alt-right could have been a powerhouse, but if they had aligned themselves with white women, because I know, trust me, I know dozens of pro-white women that would have loved to find a movement that advocated for the betterment of both white men and white women, but instead, this alt-right joke of a movement has done nothing but degrade, belittle, demean, and isolate us from a movement that's supposed to be the betterment of white men and women. So, okay, I guess that's all I have to say. You're probably going to pass this off as hysterical female ranting and pass me off as a feminist bitch, but whatever, that's fine. I've tried to stay calm and rational about this, but just know that you're going to keep running women off, and your movement is going to fail. Because if you don't have the support of your women, and women directly influence the next generation of children, if you don't have the support of your women or children, then your movement is not going to work. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. And society is going to trust a movement that has women in it, and society is much more likely to listen to women when it comes to this than men. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Alright, I think I've said enough. Hopefully you stop with the low blows against Veronica and Sinead talking about their looks because they're poking fun at your joke of a movement. Okay, well, hopefully you stop with the low blows because that's, it's so fucking petty. It's so fucking petty. It's not even funny. Oh, well, she has no tits, She's like, she's like a 4 out of 10. Wouldn't bang at all. Wow, that sounds really fucking Semitic and degenerate. And that's also really fucking petty and gossipy. You say women are gossipy and petty.
Fuck you, niggers! This is her sister. Fuck you guys! No, honestly, go fuck yourselves.
I mean, it's, you guys...
Fuckers. No, you know what? They're fucking ugly as fuck. Sorry. I've met a bunch of you alt-right faggots in person. You're ugly as fuck. Ew. Low quality, balding, and doughy. Go fuck yourselves.
That's my sister. That she is another pro-white woman. She is another white nationalist, national socialist like me. And you know what? These are two 21-year-old women here, young women, that you alt-right men, you alt-right autistes have managed to isolate from a movement we would have otherwise supported had it actually been a movement for the betterment of white men and women. But that's not what it is it? It's a mental masturbatory club of how great you are because this and this and this and this and this. And you know what? It's tiring. I'm looking for a better future, to preserve a future for my future children, and to preserve a future for my my young family members that aren't old enough to understand what's happening around them. I fight for a future for them. I don't give a shit about your hashtag repeal the 19th. I don't care. I'm here to fight for a better future for my future children and for my future and for my family. So, whatever. I guess that's it. So, yep. Hopefully you stop with the low blows against Sinead and Veronica because it's really fucking petty, number one. And number two, for you alt-right men claim to be logical and alpha manly men, you sure are resorting to very gossipy, hen-clucking tactics, now aren't you? Okay, that's just my little input from this, lowly, stupid, inherently retarded, flawed, domesticated animal woman that shouldn't have any rights. That's just my little 2 cents. So, yep, signing off.